All right, welcome to the last session, which is the fourth session for you guys. And I hope for the first session, the second and third session, you guys understand everything like 100%. Okay, in this session, which is last session, okay, it's going to be fantastic. All right, okay. So the first topic, we're going to learn about the volume. The second topic, we're going to learn about the news. The third topic, okay, we're going to learn about the planning. All right. The first one, the second one, and the third one. Okay. Let me erase this one first. Last session, okay? Doesn't look same. Wait. I need to give more space here. Okay. All right. It's a line now. Okay. All right. So, for the volume, okay, we have a question that we need to answer ourselves, okay, which is, where will the volume come from? All right. So the first one, the volume will come from, number one, economic calendar news. All right. The second one, sentiment news. The third one, okay, the trading hour. Okay. Number one and number two and number three. Okay. For this one, okay, I'm just going to focus on the first one and the third one. Okay. Which is the first one I'm going to focus over here. And the third one, I'm going to focus here. But I'm going to explain you guys like roughly what is economic calendar news, what is sentiment news, and what is trading hour. So economic calendar news, okay? Right. How to hide this thing actually? All right. The economic calendar news. Where can you find like the economic calendar news is on this one, which is Forex Factory. So every news, okay, every news that will be released, okay, will be told inside of this website, right? Which is tonight at 8:30 p.m. Malaysia time or 8:30 a.m. US time. US government will have like this news, advanced GDP and unemployment claims. All right. Okay. So that will be like a volume. Okay. Talking about volume, what is actually volume? Like if you can see like in the charts, if the price move like boom or boom or boom like this, all of this we can say like this is the volume, which is the price moves. Okay. The price moves with few amounts of pips, which is like big amounts of pips. All right. In the short term. Okay. In the short time. Get it? So, okay. So what is economic calendar news? So this will be like economic calendar news, which is 8:30. Tonight will be advanced GDP. And tomorrow there will be like, yeah, core PCE price index. All right. So you guys get it? Okay. So from here, we will find out like, okay, when the volume will hit the market. Okay. Talking about volume, sometimes, okay, the price don't even need to create the confirmation entry. They just need the zone and that volume itself. Okay. Maybe for an example, we have this engulfing sell on M30. And then when the price get into the zone, and when it comes to economic calendar news, hit the market, and then the price didn't create any any CE, and then the price just go down, boom, just like that. Okay, so sometimes the price will move without creating any confirmation entry. Because why? Because sometimes inside of the market, the price will create like that volume. Okay, the thing that I said just now, right? So the first one, is that a question for the first one? Is there any question for the first one? Do you only look for, yes, only high impact news? Yeah, only high impact news, right? So for the second one, talking about the sentiment news, what is actually the sentiment news? So you guys can find like the sentiment news on like the Bloomberg Reuters, or maybe sometimes like Twitter, something like that. So do we take the entry then? Yes, exactly. But for this one, I'm going to explain later inside of this topic, just news, like specifically news, right? So for the sentiment news, I'm not going to explain like too much on this one, because you guys will understand like, okay, um for an example, in the Bloomberg, okay, a news released in Bloomberg saying like USD will weak, okay, so that if USD weak and then gold will strong, right? And then the price of gold will go up, right? But at the end of the day, the price is going to move with the technical analysis, okay? So we're not going to miss any entry, so don't worry about that one. Many times during high volume, there is only a wick into an H4 zone. No TC will form. Yeah, depends, okay? Depends. If you were looking, if you were doing back test for this few months, so it doesn't mean like every time the price is gonna create like that, okay? Right, get it? So, is there any question for the sentiment news? Because I am not using the sentiment news at all, because it's too fundamental, right? And I'm not going to explain like to you guys like what happened and so on, right? So for now, is there any question? I don't use it either. Yeah, exactly. Technical is just so much fun. Yeah, exactly. Guys, give me like 5 minutes, something like that. Okay. To allow like the Azan. It's Azan here. Right? Give me like 5 minutes, okay? Right. Hello guys. I'm back. All right. So allow me to explain like the third one, which is for the sorry, the trade control for the trading hour. Okay. For the trading hour. So the first thing first, talking about the trading hour. Okay. Few of you guys might understand, okay, about the trading hour and so on. Okay. But today I am going to explain like in more details, all right, in more detail. So when we talk about the trading hour, so you guys need to understand something like, okay, we have like three topics that we need to understand. Trading hour, opening bell, and then the volume during trading. You guys monitoring the EU? Is it? We got a signal at the same time, right? All right. So this three things is the most important thing, okay? When we talk about the trading hour. So the first one, it's going to be like the trading hour itself, okay? So we need to know like we have like three main trading hours, which is, of course, you guys already know about this one. Asia session, and then London session, and then, yeah, of course, New York or US session. Okay. Asia session, London session, and then New York session, right? Or US session, something like that, right? So that's about the trading hour. So the second one, we need to know like what is actually the opening bell. So when we talk about the opening bell, we need to understand like when, okay, when when the clock hit the start of the Asia session, the start of the London session, and the start of the New York session. So we're gonna have like for this one, we're gonna have like, I'm just going to write the note, something like this, right? If there isn't any questions, so let me know. Asia session. So I'm going to write down the time in Malaysia, okay? In Malaysia. And you guys need to convert yourself, all right? For this one. So Malaysia, 8 a.m. gonna be Asia session. Oh my God, it's not even 8. 8 a.m. in Malaysia time. And then for London session, it's gonna be 3 p.m. Malaysia time. And then for the third one, US session, it's gonna be 8 p.m. Malaysia time. So this for the opening bell, right? For the opening bell. And then the third one, we need to understand like the volume during the trading hour. Okay. The volume during the trading hour. Wait, how to make sure like it looks neat. All right. So we need to understand like 1 hour, 1 hour, okay, before until 3 hours after the opening bell. So during this time, which is 1 hour before and 3 hours after the opening bell, there will be like volume inside the market, okay, which is the possibility for the price to create a sideways things is going to be lesser than before. Do the time change with the daylight saving time? I don't think so. Do you take many setups during Asian session? Nope. One setup for Asian session. Okay. One setup during Asia session. Right. So, which is, if we talk about the Asia session, 1 hour before, 7 a.m. until 11 a.m., right? Okay. And we talk about London session. It's gonna be 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. for of course. Okay. And then for US session, it's gonna be 7 p.m., which is right now, to 11 p.m. 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. All right, something like this. Okay. So this will be like the volume inside the market. right? The volume inside the market. But you guys need to understand like the golden hour, okay? The golden hour inside of this volume during the trading hour. So in Asia session, we will have like one golden hour that may moves like we have news at that time, which is during in Asia session, it should be like 9 a.m. Okay, 9 in the morning. And then for London session, it's gonna be like 2 p.m. And then for US session, yeah, it's going to be 8 p.m. or 8:30, something like that. So this will be the golden hour. Okay. Okay. This will be the golden hour. So if you guys can see inside the market, okay, inside the market, like every single day, most of the time, every single day, the price gonna move like a bit faster than usual at 9 a.m. in Asia session and 2 p.m. during London session and then 8 p.m. during US session, something like that. All right. Which is like, of course, before or after around 9 a.m., I'm going to take like at least one trade on gold. So right now we are talking about gold. Okay. Just gold. All right. So for now, is there any question? Yeah, Malaysia time. Yeah. All the times here is going to be Malaysia time. Okay, you guys need to convert. Okay. Right. Yeah, because like some of you guys was from France, some of you guys from US, some of you guys from Philippines, some of you guys from India, something like that. So that's why I need to write down in Malaysia time and the guys need to convert itself. All right. So all good for this one. So the logic is here. Why we are trading between 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. during Asia session and 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. during London session and during US session 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. So right now, okay, because so I'm going to answer the question like why the price created too much sideways after 11 p.m. in Malaysia time, because we need to say like US lunch hour in US 11:30 a.m. which is 11:30 a.m. It's going to be 11:30 a.m. in US to Malaysia. Wait, did I even type? All right. Wait, what's wrong? All right. It's going to be 11:30 p.m. which is at after 11 p.m. It's going to be the lunch hour. So that is why the price will move a bit slow, and then the price going to move like back to normal after lunch hour, which is like around 1:30, something like that. Sorry to interrupt, but EU has created money yet. Yeah, take a bite if you guys want to take a bite. Okay, but I'm not doing it. Oh, it's so funny. So we should look for Asian setup during 9 a.m. to Asian set, bro, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. But this one is just like the golden hour. Okay, this one is just like for the golden hour. That's it. Okay, golden hour is the best. Yeah, the price will move like we have news at that time. Okay, all right. So okay. I'll show you guys in the chart. Don't worry, I'll show you guys in the chart. If you guys can't see it, I'll show you guys in the chart. Are we using 8 cap? Yeah. So we need to move to Saxo. Wow. Okay, look at this one. Okay, this one is during the this one. Around, like I said, like the price will move. This one is 8:45 in the morning, and then 9 a.m. hit the clock, and then the price move like boom, so that. And if you take a buy before that, and then yeah, 60 pips secured. Okay, there is a lot of news in about and high risk, guys. Be careful. Yeah, exactly. Okay, like in 1 hour and 15 minutes, right? So we need to be fast. All right. So is there any question for now? All right. If there is no question, we're going to the next topic. Wait, let me screenshot this one first. No with trading hours. Yeah. Right. So right now, so this will be like the glitch, where the glitch comes from. Wait. Wait, guys. Um, what I want to do just now. Okay. Looking for notes. All right. If there are multiple high impact news in New York session, do you consider trading London session? I'm gonna trade New York session anyway. I'm gonna take that news. I'm gonna take that news. I'm gonna flip. Yeah, at least like 500%. Yeah, of course, full margin. Make a deposit of $100 and then yeah, full margin, right? Which is yeah, it's gonna be worth it. Okay, it's gonna be worth it. So don't worry. So the news. So this will be like to tell you guys like this one. How to trade the news. A lot of you guys keep on asking me, Kin, do you take news? Do you trade during the news? Do you take the high impact news? And how to take the news? How to trade the news? So today we're going to discuss about this. All right. Finally, okay, we are going to discuss about this, which is on how to trade the news. So before we are trading the news, we need to understand what news that we are going to trade. So the first one we have like um less important news. Okay. The second one we will have like important news. Okay. And then the third one. So the third one is going to be glitch. So this is what you guys are gonna learn. Okay. Less important news, and then glitch. So just make it simple. What is less important news and important news? So the important is going to be like the news that going to move the economy of United States. Maybe like CPI, maybe like PPI, maybe like GDP, something like that. All right. And the difference between the last important news and then and with important news, most of the time, important news will move more than 100 pips. And for the less important news, of course, okay, it's gonna move lesser than it. All right. Maybe about 50 pips, something like that. But how to trade them? Okay. Trade like we used to do before. Like, yeah, we have H4 zones, and then we're gonna have like M30, for example, we're going to have like M30 first entry, something like that, right? And then so right now, okay, the key, because we know like we know right when the volume will hit the market, right? So for an example, we have news at 8:30. So 8:29, the price is currently staying here, but there is no confirmation entry yet. So can we take a buy without confirmation entry? Yes, we can take a buy without a confirmation entry. All right. But we need to understand the direction of the market. And then we need to understand like which setup that we are currently in and that kind of thing. Okay. Is everything okay? And then we're going to take the trade without waiting for the confirmation entry. Why? Because we have the volume inside the market. Okay. If the price, boom, went up, yeah, we flip the account. But if the price went down, boom, we're going to blow up our account. But most of the time, like 80%, okay, me trading news, okay, the price is going to follow this one. Don't worry. Okay, the price will follow the technical analysis. Okay, but just make sure that you guys understand like the direction, and then you guys understand like where the price is moving, where the setup and where the exit. Okay. And don't ever try to do like if you guys don't understand about the direction, okay? If I didn't teach you guys about direction, you guys not gonna understand like how where the market is really going. If you guys having like the H4 zones like the very, very close to each other. All right. You guys get it? Okay. Is there any question for now? before we go to the glitch, the best part of the best part. I don't know why I call it glitch, but yeah, it's a glitch. Is there any question, guys? How about in gold? We don't know higher time frame. Yeah, and then don't trade gold. That's it. You have like hundreds instruments other than gold. So why bother to trade gold, right? You guys have EU, right? You guys you guys have this pair, right? Okay, let me show you guys like, but don't worry, because sometimes before the news, the price gonna give us like the confirmation entry. Okay. This, yeah, we have EU. EU fighter. Okay, this one I took a buy somewhere around here. Okay. The price get in, and then I had this my first entry zone right over here. And then when the price get into the market, when the price get into the zone, and the price created this M5 EG buy. Okay, M5 EG buy. And then I took a buy for about 16R. Okay, because we have news. Like I said, the news will follow our technical analysis, so don't worry. So do you consider daily direction or weekly direction for news? Yeah, both. Okay, we can use both. Yeah, we can use both. Flexible. The flexibility. Okay. Like Sam said just now, like water, right? Be like water. Yes, right. So for now, is that a question? Be like water. Be like a Bruce Lee, right? So for now, is that a question? Before we go to the best part, okay? So right now, I'm going to make sure you guys give me like, do you monitor any assets that are correlated with gold? Nope. Nope. But I do trade AUD/USD. Flexibility comes with lots of experience though, right? Yeah. But to get that experience, we need to be flexible. Right. So yeah, it needs each other. So it's complement each other. Yeah, that's the word. Right. So let's go to the glitch. So still under the topic of news about the glitch. So we are going to learn about two news that, yeah, like I said, actually, yeah, we have free signals every month, and then we have free signals every year. So don't worry. So the first one, we're going to learn about the FOMC, okay? Which is, it's not even FOMC, we call it a Federal Rate Release, FRR, okay? Or Federal Funds Rates. Yeah, something like that. But you guys can call it FOMC, which is Festival of Margin Call, right? Right. So about this FOMC news, I'm going to teach you guys on how to trade FOMC. And then the second one's going to be an FP. Okay. So for the FOMC, you guys need to, for these two news, you guys need to play with the data. All right. So let's see. When was our FOMC? Can someone search it for me? When was our FOMC? Festival of Margin Call, guys. Early of October, late of September. 20th of September. Right, so we're here. It's not even here. Okay, it's here. All right. So Federal Fund Rate, FFR. Okay, Federal Fund Rate, or you guys call it as FOMC. Okay, 8 times a year. Okay, we will have like this news, which is everyone scared about this news, right? Right. So, okay. So, and I'm going to teach you guys on how to handle or how to trade FOMC and so on. Okay. So if you can see right over here, you guys will have like 2 times. Okay. 2 times, which is the first one is like 2 a.m. and the second one is like 2:30 a.m. Right. 2 a.m. and 2:30 a.m. Sorry, what does FOMC stands for? It stands for Federal Open Market Committee, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Federal Open Market Committee. Yes. All right. So we will have like at 2 a.m. and then 2:30 a.m. So we are not going to trade during the 2 a.m. We are going to trade after the news, which is 2:30 a.m. So right now, you guys need to understand like two terms, okay? Which is the first one, it's going to be, I need to use iPad actually. Okay. Okay. Hawkish and dovish, okay? What does it means by hawkish? Hawkish means like interest rate increase, okay? Dovish means interest rate decrease. All right. So how to identify like that interest rate was increasing or decreasing? So look at here. Okay. So for an example, wait. All right. So let's talk about like before this, like, okay, 4th of May. Okay, 4th of May. The previous interest rate was 5.0, and then the new interest rate, okay, came about for 5.25. Is this increase or decrease? Tell me. Was this decrease or increase? Decrease or increase? Okay, so if increase, we will call it as hawkish. So what will happen if we have the hawkish data? So we're gonna have like two, okay, we're gonna have like two ways. The first one is going to be like for the short term, and then for the second one, it's going to be for the long term. Okay, when the interest rate increase, okay, for the short term, USD will weak. Okay, USD will weak for the short term. Okay, and for the long term, USD going to be strong. Okay, USD going to strong. Okay, what will happen if USD weak? Of course, we are going to buy gold, right? Buy gold. And then for this one, sell gold, right? Wait, let me write down the notes first. USD strong. Strong, sell, buy. All right. So right over here, okay? So let's do the back test at 4th of May, okay? 4th of May. Interest rate was being increased, okay? So before that, let me screenshot the notes for you guys. Okay, let's see on Google. 4th of May, right? Okay. Okay. So after we get this data, what should we do? We need to wait for the second news, which is 2:30. And then at 2:30, we are going to enter our position on gold, which is if the interest rate, okay, if the interest rate is hawkish, we are going to buy or sell at 2:30. We're going to buy or sell. If the interest rate is hawkish, go to the short term first. Buy or sell gold. Yeah, at 2:30, we're going to buy gold. Get it? 2:30, we are going to buy gold. So let's look over here. 4th of May, right? Okay, let's look over here. 4th of May. Okay. At 2. Okay. Right. This buy. Boom. For about 600 pips. Okay. 600 pips. And remember, FOMC, most of the time, minimum will move for about 200 pips. So let's look over here. Okay. So this data, okay, for example, we have this buy zone M30. Okay, at 2 a.m., the price will spike like this. Boom, boom. And then we're not going to take any buys around here. Okay, and then we're going to buy after the second news, which is 2:30. After 2:30 hit the market, and then we start to layer our buy position. Boom, 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 boom. Take a buy. Okay. And then first move, price move for about 180 pips, and then makes a little retracement, and then the price keep on going up for about 700, 600 pips, something like that. Get it? So let's see like the second data. After that, we will have like the second FOMC. 27th July. 27th July. 27th of July. No need for H4 buys. Yeah, just market, guys. Just market. Okay. 27th of July. June, July. 27th of July. All right, look over here. 27th of July. Okay. When 2 a.m. hit the market, the price going to boom, boom, like this. And then after that, at 2:30, the price will move up. Why? Because the data was hawkish. Okay. And like I said, the price minimum going to move like maybe around like 100 to 200, something like that. Okay. This price move for about 140, 150 pips, something like that. Okay. You guys get it? Okay. 23rd March. Okay. Hawkish. 23rd March. Hawkish. 23rd March. 23rd March. Okay, look at this one. Okay. 2 a.m. The price move, boom, boom. But when the clock hits 2:30, and then we're going to buy, right? Okay, 2:30 is over here. Yeah, like I said, we don't need anything. Just take this buy for 220 pips. This one is 2:30. Okay, 2:30. Okay. Actually, Powell gave us signals every single year, 8 times a year. So don't need to worry about that one. All right. Is there any question for now? Bless Powell. Yeah, a lot of people like being mad to Powell, right? No need M30 zone. Just market. Okay, just market. Okay, just market. But when the clock hits 2:30, we're going to take a buy or sell. Depends on the data, guys. If you guys want to take a buy on gold, yeah, I think we have this buy zone like to scalp. I think you guys can take a buy on gold actually. I think for news at 8:30, the price going to boom, boom like this. How big should be the SL? Open. SL need to be open. But the May in M30, even there is no ED. Yes. Like I say, that's what I say. Yeah, that's what I say. Sometimes talking about news, we don't need EG or we don't need EF, something like that. All right. Get it? Because right now we're talking about the glitch. Okay, we are talking about the glitch. Okay, just focus on the time, just focus on the news, all right? So for the second news, which is the NFP, okay, the NFP, which is the last glitch, okay, the last glitch. The last glitch is going to be, wait, NFP. We will have like 2 data that we need to focus on. Can you explain again DST and LT? Oh, we're short in time right now, so I'm just going to move on. All right. Okay. Get it? But if you have any question, you can just straightly ask me. Okay. Because it's been like 1 hour and 30 minutes. I don't want to make sure I don't want like this video is getting too long. I think there's FOMC in a few days. Yeah, that FOMC need to be federal funds rate. And then we have like FOMC press conference, right? Okay. So NFP. Okay. Okay, tell me guys, when is the NFP? Come on. Tell me guys, when there's NFP? When was the NFP? The first Friday. Yeah, I know the first Friday. Don't need to tell me about that one. Okay, 3rd November. Thank you. You asked, lol. Yeah, like when? Okay. So, NFP. Okay, for the NFP, we have to monitor like two news, which is AHE and NFEC, which is average hourly earnings and non-farm payroll. Wait. It's not here. Like last month. 3rd of October, is it? Yeah. Okay. Oh, 22nd of, hey, no, it's not. Wait. Yeah, 3rd of October. No, it's not. Okay, 6th October. Okay, 6th October. So right now we need to focus on this one, AHE and then non-farm employment change. Okay, we need to compare these two data. Okay, so we are not going to trade right after 8:30. Okay, we are going to wait for a few minutes before we enter our position. All right, so you guys know, right? Like NFP will move like in two ways. Okay, which is maybe like some spike like this, boom, boom. Or maybe the price gonna move like boom, boom. Right. This glitches 100. I can tell like 90%. Yeah. For these few years, 90%. All right. Okay. Because NFP is like two ways news, right? So you guys need to understand, like, okay, if you guys can see like this kind of movement went down and then went up. The first one was AHE me. Me. AHE. So AHE first. AHE going to release first. And then after AHE release, we are need to be prepared with the second data, which is non-farm employment change. If this non-farm employment change, okay, release opposite with this data, and then the price going to move two ways. For an example, AHE rate, and then after that, after a few minutes, and then NFP non-farm employment change released as green, and then we know like, okay, this is going to be like two ways. So from here, we're going to take a buy with M1 easy buy to be safe. M1 easy buy. So for an example, 8:30, the price move like this. Boom. Okay. And then we wait for the non-farm employment change. And then after the non-farm employment change, release the data. And then the data was opposite with the AHE data, which is if the AHE is red and then non-farm employment change is green. So that's what we need, which is we are going to wait for the M1 ED cell somewhere on here, and then the price is going to boom, like this. Get it? Okay. But what if the data is the same, which is green, green or red, red, and then the price is going to move one way. And then the price is going to move one way to the buy and then to the sell. Guess get it? Okay, don't worry. I'm going to give you guys the examples. Don't worry, okay? Don't cry. Wait. Right, it looks like a mosquito. All right. So our last NFP, which is 6th of October, and the data is not the same, right? Red and then green. And then look here. This is what happened. This is what happened, guys. Okay, H4. The price get into the first entry zones, right? Right, don't worry about that one. So let's see an M5 or maybe M1. Straightly go to M1. Please, please, please. Ah, shit. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, look here. This one is 8:30, right? This move, boom, 8:30. And then look after that. Actually, if you guys can see, wait, let me show you guys in my broker. That was an M5, M1 easy buy actually. Wait, guys. Yeah, you guys can see yourself, right? Yes, Mama take over here with M1 easy buy. He got over here. Because why? Because he knows, right? He knows like the news released in two ways, which is the price went down for about how many pips? The first one, 100 pips. And then after that, counter back for about 150 pips and even go 1000 pips after that, right? Does the M1 EG buy have to be in, and no, but need to be in M30 zones. Okay, the M30 zone cannot be broken, right? But yeah, this EG buy of M30 is not going to be broken anyway, because 8:30. Okay, we just have a new candle, so yep, right. So you guys need to do backtest about this one, right? So you guys need to do backtest about this one, right? So for now, is there any question? For now, is there any question? Is there any question, guys? Oh, this was broken. This M5ES was broken. Can you show a different NFP? Of course. Wait. What is it before this? The 1st September. Look, the 1st September, the NFP was AHE and NFE is different. The 1st of September. The 1st of September, it's going to be around the 1st of September. Yeah, this glitch works, guys. Don't worry. Okay, look. Because why? Because the data was different, right? Red and then green. Oh, sorry. And then the price went up at 8:30. And then after that, the price went down. Look. Boom. See it? Gonna only trade news days now. Yes. You use M1EG or M1EF. If the price can give over here like M1EG, just take it. So this should be, wow, it's bold. How? So this should be in M30 zone. But for the FOMC, no need. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Wow, how you did that? No, 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 no. No offense, no offense, no offense. I was just impressed just now. It looks so black. Like, oh my God. Okay, so is there any question for now? Oh, wait, this session is very long. Took almost 2 hours. Is there any question, guys? That's all for the glitch. Yeah, that's all for the glitch. Kin, I missed the 3rd session, so it's okay. for those who doesn't start the third session or the second session or even the first session, next week, I'm going to start back like the one-to-one session. And for those who already finished all the sessions, please allow them that don't start the session yet, okay, to have their sessions, okay? So you guys don't ever request that any refreshment for next week, okay? Because yeah, because that few things. But for Rudy, yeah, because I promised him to have a refreshment session that week, so it's okay. So if the news, how many minutes do you usually wait after the news is released? Depends on when the M1 will create, and depends on when the data will release. So if the news data is same, then it will be the same direction. Yes, exactly. I'll need to rewatch this lesson many times for the questions. Yeah, exactly. You guys need to repeat this video, right? You guys need to repeat this video, right? Okay. All right. So if there is no question, I'm going to continue. Do you take? Of course. Okay. Of course. I'm going to make $1,000 of deposit and then I'm going to full margin. Of course. Definitely. Okay. So the last topic will be about the planning. Okay. About the planning. Okay. Yeah. Free money, of course. Every year, every month. So let's talk about the last one, which is it's going to be like the planning. Okay. I'm in rush right now because after this, I'm going to trade in the news. Right. And yep. So the planning, we will have like 3 plans. The first one, we're going to have, wait, let me check it back. The first one, we're going to have like the compounding. The second one, we will have like flipping accounts. The third one, we're going to have like get funded. So compounding, the first one, I'm going to send you guys like the compounding table, right? I'm going to send you guys like 3 compounding tables, right? I'm sending it into our Kim's library. Just focus on that one, right? About the compounding table, just focus on that one, okay? There's nothing big about compounding, but this is the only way for you to turn like $100 or $10 to $100,000, okay? And then like we have like $100 compounding plan to $400,000, something like that, okay? But you guys need to follow the plan. And then the second one, it's about the flipping account. Okay, it's about the flipping account. So for this topic, okay, for this topic, the way on how to flip an account, I'm going to do like this. All right. For an example, you made a deposit of like $30. Okay. So for example, you have like your stop loss for about like 15 pips. Okay. And then you go to FX book calculator. Okay. You guys need to go here. And then for an example, you are full margin with gold. Where is gold? Is that, oh my god, this ads. All right. And your account is like $30, and then your risk, put it 100%, and then you have like 15 pips of SL. And then you need to press like 0.2 with open SL. Right. And then 0.2, if you hold it for about like 100 pips, and then you got, or maybe like 50 pips, you guys will turn this one to 130 USD. Okay, open SL, just open SL. Okay, just $30, right? And then make a withdrawal of your $30, and then yeah, do it back. Okay, $100 here, 0.67, 0.67 for about like 100 pips, plus how many? 670 USD, right? 400 pips. Is it? Yeah, is it? Yeah. With 3 setups, okay? With 3 setups, well, like 2 setups for 100 pips. The first one is 50 pips and the second one is 100 pips. And there you go. 670 US dollar from $30 US, right? You guys get it? But you guys need to do like the open SL. But you guys need to count to calculate the lot. So then you guys don't put too much, okay, in the market, right? Get it? Is that a question for now? Is that a question for now? What is the RR? No risk reward. Open SL and then collect 50 pips and 100 pips. What percent of a $30 account would that be? I don't know, maybe like more than 1,000%, I think. Oh, the risk, 100%. 100%. Risk it all. Risk it all. Yeah, because we open SL. And then the third one, yeah, of course, get funded. Okay. You need 100% win rate. Yeah, just 2 setups. That's it. 2 setup, 30 to 670. It's a simple math, actually. Okay. Simple math. Right. So get funded. Okay. The way to get funded. So this is the plan. Okay. For the first rate during the Asia session, take 0.5 and then look for 3R, which is you guys will get like 1.5% up. And then during the US session, just risk this 1.5% and then look for 2R. And then you guys gonna up for about 3R. 3%. Okay, get it? Simple math, guys. Right? So from this first rate 0.5, 3R, 1.5%, and then risk all this 1.5% to get this 3%. You guys get it? Or maybe you guys want to get like 4R, something like that, and then you guys can like hit the 6%, something like that. Is that a question for now? Okay, and the rules, okay, and the rules of trading, 3 trades rules, which is the maximum trades of the day, you're going to take like 3 trades. But if you lost like 2 trades continuously, you're going to stop trading for the whole day, right? That's it. And then, yeah, one day. This was one day, and then if the next day you get like another 2%, and then you complete like the first phase, right? Yeah. That's how it works, guys. After you reach 6%, you go back down to yes, exactly. Yeah, just save that 6%. Only low risk setup or also high risk setup. Depends. Okay. Depends. Okay. If you see like that high risk setup have a big potential to go for profit, yeah, hit it. All right, guys. Is there any question? What risk do you take on a 0.25? Minimum 0.25. Hey, maximum 0.25. Sometimes, yeah, 0.2. 0.2 with 3 trades rule. Okay. Is there any question? Yeah, I don't think you guys have a question, right? All right. So none for me. Yeah. Okay. So guys, yep. I guess like thank you for joining the session today. So yep, good luck, guys. And wait, let me take the picture for those who joined the session. Right, guys, thank you for joining. Oh wait, I'll send a screenshot first. Wait. Okay. Hey, don't forget to download the screenshot because I sent the screenshot. Miss you. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Okay, I'll see you guys in futures, I think. Right. Cheers. Bye bye. And again, please don't leak this video. That's it. All right. Okay. Thank you guys and have a good day. Bye bye. Ah 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 ah.